I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You might not have never noticed that, but it does say to the republic for which it stands. So believe it or not, the United States government is almost exactly the same as the ancient Roman government, at least a certain point in its history. So today we're going to be learning about Roman government. Early on in the earliest Roman history, it was ruled by kings. The Romans did not like being ruled by kings. They felt kings were tyrants. They could do whatever they wanted. They didn't care about the people. And so basically, the Romans overthrew their kings. And they decided to be ruled by themselves, ruled by the people. Very similar to the idea of Greek democracy. But instead of having every male citizen be involved in the decision making, they decided to have a Senate. 300 male citizens, again, male citizens. 300 male citizens elected and represent all of the Roman people and make the decisions for them. So this is called the Roman Republic, which is very similar to our form of government, a representative democracy, in which we elect people to represent us in government, congressmen, senators, and they make decisions for us, and we pick people that we would think would vote the way we would if we were in their position. The Romans were ruled by a republic for many years, and there was good and bad things about the republic. One of the good things is obviously that the people were involved in the decision making, and it wasn't one person, so they had to have 300 people vote, and so the idea was majority ruled, and they kind of simplified it because they realized that they needed some decision making done a little bit faster, so they also would elect 2 consuls every year, and the consuls would be the rulers of the Senate, and they would also have to agree. They could only rule for 1 year at a time. So again, trying to make sure there was no kings. But one of the bad things about the Roman Senate is that, again, it was ruled by men only, and you had to be an upper class patrician, a wealthy citizen. So it didn't really give opportunities to all Romans. Eventually, Rome switched over to the empire, the Roman Empire, ruled by an emperor. And this happened when Julius Caesar came into power. He basically got rid of the Senate. He kept the Senate. He got in a war with the Senate, and he eventually won and ruled basically as like a dictator for life until he was assassinated. We'll talk more about Julius Caesar later. But his nephew became Emperor Octavian, and he named himself Augustus, which means the Great One. And basically, from that point on in Roman history, it was ruled by one emperor. The Senate still existed, but they didn't really have as much power as they used to. The emperor could make all the decisions, and there was good and bad things about being an emperor as well. Some of the emperors were really, really great. They made really good decisions that benefited all of Rome. So, for example, Julius Caesar and Augustus both gave more rights and powers to the plebs, the ordinary Roman citizens, which actually angered a lot of the patricians. The wealthy upper-class citizens. But some of the bad things about being emperors is that because there's only one, sometimes they were bad. So there were emperors who made terrible decisions and actually probably ended up causing the Roman Empire to fall maybe earlier than it should have. But anyway, this is what you're reading about today, so I hope you enjoy learning about Roman government, and we'll see you tomorrow.